Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Large Family Home. So straight back into it, on with the bathroom after just doing the built-in wardrobe, as you can see to the side there. So the bathroom turns out quite plain and there's not much going on. I don't want to spend too much time on the toilet and the bathrooms just because I feel like they're not massively important. I don't know if you saw, I don't know if it was on this part or the last part, but I was trying to do like a built-in joined together sink and toilet system, which I do want to do eventually, but I'd have to use the marble sides and I feel like that's too expensive. Like that needs to be in like a mansion build, so I'll save it for that when I do a mansion build or something. I did a few little touches to this bathroom, but it's nothing insane. And like I said, I'm not spending loads of time on the bathrooms because there's no point. They're just there. And I don't think I include all of them even in the screenshots because I just don't feel like they're not that important, are they? They're just used to go to the toilet. So the bedrooms are more important than the living areas. So on to the kids' bedroom next. So I do like how this turned out. It was pretty cool. It wasn't initially even supposed to be a kid's bedroom. It was going to be like a guest teenagey type bedroom. Because my initial idea was to have a house that it was just like an older couple that lived in it, and then the kids came and visited sometimes. But I changed my mind. I wanted like it to look like kids actually did live there. So yeah, this is a kid's bedroom. Quite colourful. I made it really colourful at first. Like there was like yellow carpets and stuff, but it was a little bit too intense. So I think I changed them to white and just add a nice rug. This was another circumstance where I didn't want all the furniture to match. I just didn't. Not everything matches. Come on, not everything matches. So yeah, I've got like quite a colourful side table there with like books and stuff in, and the bedside table as well. They both are supposed to match, but they're different. I don't know why, but I still think they look cool, look good together. I used some size down teddies and stuff just to, I don't know, like all kids seem to have a bloody teddy pile in the bedroom. So yeah, adding a rug now and stuff. But yeah, I do change the carpet because it was too much. And this is what I meant about like the animal themed bedroom. So obviously I wanted it to seem more like there was into animals. I was going to add a fish tank, but I just forgot. I just didn't do it. So that could be something I did before I upload it because I haven't uploaded it yet. Yeah, there's not really much else to say about it. That bathroom's toilet is pretty standard. It's just, yeah, I think I'm moving on to the next bedroom now. Or is it the study I go on to? Yeah, it was the study. This again, it's nothing insane. I didn't see the point in spending loads of time on something that isn't really going to be used that often. It's just a standard room with some bookshelves and a computer in. I think it's the only computer in the house actually. But that I think suits the house because, like I said, they're an older couple. They're not that bothered about technology. I feel like the house, it tells a story. This one, and I really like that. I like how it feels lived in. My friend watched a video of mine and they said that they loved the build, the other one, because it seemed lived in, and I love that. That's like one thing that I can't stand about pre-built houses in Sims. They never look lived in. They look like they're brand new. Like even if the furniture, like that furniture there, it's old looking, it's scratched and stuff. Even if they use that, it still looks brand new. Like, I can't stand it. I need my houses to look lived in. They have to look like someone's been messing it up, and I think they do most of the time. This bedroom's turned out too blue, so I had to turn down that blue. This is the one I was talking about that has like the plants in the corner, and like obviously this sort of thing. A kid, like a teenager's not going to have all this stuff. So that's why I feel like it used to be a teenager's bedroom, and they've moved out and gone to university or whatever. Hopefully we get university soon. Yeah, so 3, 2, 1. But yeah, I think even so, like you can still have a sim live in this. I mean, probably need changing a little bit. I liked having that, like the puddle that came with Stranger Things. Wait, Stranger Things, no, Strangerville. The puddle in the corner, like they've overwatered the plants and it's spilled everywhere. But like I said, no one lives in this room, so they don't really care. Or in my head, no one lives in this room. The closet in the bathroom toilet there, again, they're just plain. There's nothing really in them. I didn't want to go crazy on it because I just felt like no one was going to be using it. That's what I mean about the clothing racks. it's like no one lives there anymore, so they don't really use it. So it's just like covered up clothes. Maybe the parents put them in there just for storage or something. Pretty boring toilet. They're all very similar, the toilets. I felt like they would, when they built all the house, or they used all the same toilets and stuff. Oh, this room is, I love this room. It's such a teenager's room or a young adult. Like, it's so messy and dirty, and they've just done whatever they wanted to it. I feel like the doors, they don't appreciate that balcony, but they're not really going to be using it. The mum probably scoots through and she's going to water all the plants and stuff, and the teenager screams at him. That's why he's got that divider in the side of the room, in the middle of the room, so that she can't see him. But yeah, so I'll tell you what I added. I added a mural to the wall. I don't know if I've done it yet or if I do it shortly, but I've added a mural, and I got an artistic sim, and oh yeah, I've already done it, and I got him to paint a mural, like a spray paint mural, and it just looks ace. It looks so cool. It looks like he's not bothered and he's just spray painted the wall. And I feel like his parents let him do whatever he wants, so they don't really even care. But I think it just turned out ace. Probably my favourite room in the house. I would say it was my favourite room. This house overall, I don't think I've ever built a house that I've liked so much. When I build my own houses, like when I'm building my own, playing my own games, they always seem to be black and white or just white. They're boring. Oh, this is on the outside. On the outside, they're boring. They're not very good. And then the inside, I do tend to put quite a lot of detail in, but the outside just always tends to be boring. Well, this house is so cool. It looks ace. I add ivy to the outside as well, which I love doing. It just adds that extra detail. Like this, I don't know. I just love how this house turned out. I'm real proud. I'm real proud of this one. This is the guest bedroom. I didn't put that much into it. It's because no one's going to use it. I mean, it still looks good, but not that good. I think we're coming up to the end of the furnishing now, I believe. We're going to the landscaping, which I do loads to the outside. I had so many different ideas, and then they all just changed. Nothing that was in my head came out into the build. I wanted to have it so that half the house was level, and then the other half had the foundation, like how I've done it at the front there. At first I couldn't work out why I couldn't add stairs. It was because it was flooring on top of flooring. And you can apparently, well, in this case anyway, you couldn't add the flooring onto the flooring if it's the same level. So I changed that up by using some sort of like a room. It was like a room with no walls, but then I just deleted it. But then it, like here, look, it wouldn't let me add it because I think it's because it thought it was on the same floor. So I added a room at the top and a room at the bottom, and it did let me do it, but then I ended up changing my mind anyway. I liked how half the lot was level and then half of it was like it needed stairs, but it looked weird because it's like it just looked like someone had piled up mud on the side of the house and it had grown grass. It didn't look like how I wanted it to look. And I don't know. It ends up looking alright. So this is what I was talking about with the roof on the side, how I've used the pillars, the columns, but then I've used other columns to extend it upwards so that it reached the roof. And it turned out pretty good. I added that just that line so that it looked like it was joined onto something and just smash into the concrete. Yes, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, this house. I do like how it turns out. The landscaping, like I said, I was having trouble with it. I couldn't. That garden's too big. No one's gonna have a garden that big, and it's weird how it wrapped around all like the two sides. It was like an L shape. It just wasn't how I wanted it. It's not how I imagined it, so that changes completely. I changed the orientation of the house as well. I had to switch it around so that there isn't really a back door. There's a front door and a side door, and it's kind of weird because you'd expect there to be a back door, but there isn't. But yeah, so there's like two entrances to the house. Spent all that time trying to sort that out, and then I end up changing it. Just typical, just absolutely typical. But doing this build taught me quite a lot, really, because it taught me that you like stuff that you can and can't do with the terrain tools. Because I'm going to be honest, I haven't played the game that much in the past few months. Like, I've played a little bit here and there, and when Strangerville, when that came out, I played it a little bit. I don't even know what happens in the story. I have no idea because I haven't played it yet. Not that I'm not interested, because I think it was a pretty cool concept to do, to have the story element, and it added really cool items, so I'm glad about that. But I haven't played it because I just haven't had time. Been too busy with stuff. And I just want them to add... I hate saying this, and it's not... I understand why they've not done it yet, I'm not mad or anything, but I want them to add university. We've had seasons, we've had pets. All we need is university and people will be happy. Well, maybe you could add some cars, but that's fine. I'm not bothered about cars. So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to talk about that because it's a sore topic for a lot of people. They will add it eventually. They'll add it. They must do. Of course they will. So landscaping, it's not my favourite thing, and I think it turned out okay, but I could have done a better job. I was just getting sick of adding plants. But I like how the ivy turned out on the side of the... I don't think it's actually ivy. I think it's just plants growing up the house. Turns out pretty cool. Looks good. It adds some character to the house. Makes the house look a little bit older. Especially with the flowers as well. I think just the green, it looked a bit rubbish. But then when you add the flowers, it looks better. They're easily taken off if obviously someone downloads this and doesn't want them. I decided to do something here which I've never done before. I'm doing it right now. I added them flat flower bed things, whatever they are, because they look like longer grass, and I liked that. I thought it looked really cool. Like, sometimes, like if you use the other long grass pieces, they look fake, they don't look real, but they look really cool. They actually suited it really well. So yeah, I like that. It's good. So I just lined it up, obviously, with the outside of the flowers and stuff, and yeah, I do a little bit on this side as well. After this, I don't really add any more flowers because, like I said, there's so many plants in this house. It was unreal how many plants I've added. Like I said, outside and inside. But I just feel like the woman or man of the house, one of them have got a green thumb and they love doing it. They love like plants and stuff. I did add some plant pots as well in the garden, which I do towards the end. Add that in, and yeah, this is where I had the garden. But yeah, the house is getting there, it's almost done. I just need to add a few more bits, sort the garden out, and then it's done. The inside, this is where I'm swapping it around. Makes more sense for this lot anyway. I moved the path as well a little bit. Get rid of that part because that didn't make sense anymore. Yeah, so that's where the garden goes, and move the path sort of closer to the curb, to the weld path, as it made more sense just because it was too close to the house. I wanted it the same way, same like distance from the path as the other side was, but yeah, that can be changed anyway. The garden's not massively detailed. I didn't add too much. I struggle with gardens. I feel like you either need to go OTT, like over the top, doing like using like the romantic garden stuff, or just a simple family one. With the family one, there's not much you can really add. I had to get rid of that like the swing thing, just because it got in the way of the basketball court. I wanted that obviously to work. I added some plants to the base of the swingy, just because like in real life, if you've got a swing, you can't mow the grass around it, so it always grows up longer. And I added some dirt to the edge of the house just because I felt like the sun wouldn't get to it, so it would be a little bit dead. But yeah, I think we're coming up to the end now. I just add some lights to the outside and stuff. But yeah, like I said, and I've said it about 1,000 times, but I really am happy with this build. The way it turned out was more than I expected. I went into it thinking it'll be an half decent house, and I personally, for my level of building, think that it turned out really well. Obviously, for other people, this might just be mediocre, but for me, it was something that I am quite proud of. This is where what I mean about changing the path, just making it so it's the same width I don't even know why I need that path. I don't really need it, but it added something to the garden. Also, I did that because these mud marks, as if like people aren't going to walk on the path because it's just a bit of a pain to get there, so they just walk straight over. Oh yeah, I did include this in the recording, so obviously this is where I'm just changing this little area, which I did forget to do before, but I did have it in, so that's good. But yeah, that's it. Screenshots after this, and then that's all. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.